I think it's incredibly interesting that the Mr. Beast YouTube channel does not have the most views on YouTube of all time, as it sits at 55,999,973,083 as of the end of the day yesterday, and it was created on February 20th, 2012. Now, I thought maybe WWE's higher than them, and yeah, they are ninth in video views with 86 billion. So I don't know who the most viewed YouTube channel of all time is because it's the NFL's only at 10 billion, which surprised me. So according to this, Two Series, Coco Melon, Fit India, Sony. Oh, interesting. So 261 billion is the highest with T Series, and they're a primary Hindi YouTube video, so that actually makes sense. And then 184 billion. So WWE with their 86 billion. Movie Clips is at 62 billion. So Mr. Beast is actually 19th according to the list on Wikipedia, not just the list on Social Blade, which is wild to me to see that this is like the most well-known YouTuber of really all time, but it's really not because, as we can see, other channels have more. We know Taylor Swift is bigger than. Uh, we know Taylor Swift is bigger than Mr. Beast, and she is not high, but she also is low on the YouTube for listening to her. Like most people listen to her on Spotify or other music streaming platforms, not YouTube. Um, I just think it's absolutely hilarious with the way Mr. Beast is doing this and how he is now working to get from YouTube into the mainstream with his Amazon, with his Amazon show, which is hilarious. He's got 306 million subscribers. He's the most subscribed channel on YouTube and the third most followed creator on TikTok. And I keep not following him on purpose because I don't like him in terms of just like the channel that he does with everything. But it's just annoying because to see all of the things that happen with him, where it's like, oh, you're gonna push the Mr. Beast into me, and then you're gonna keep pushing it all the way. And it's like, come on, which is ridiculous that I have to keep seeing it because I keep clicking on not interested. Now, obviously, YouTube's going to push a video probably about Mr. Beast. To be, I would have thought after I made a video about him yesterday and I'm making a video about him today, but they're not. TikTok is. There's an ad that he's doing, and I don't understand what the ad is for. I just think it's really interesting that happened. But with these allegations that have been happening, it's just really weird that he would be apolitical as well, according to his Wikipedia page, because he is politics. He is a person who is engaging in politics, and the way he's engaging in politics is by doing the giveaways, by saying, "Oh, I helped 1,000 poor people get surgery to not be blind anymore," or "I do XYZ thing," and he's doing politics the same way that Robin Hood did. Uh, Whereas Robin Hood stole from the rich and gave to the poor, Jimmy's just giving away his own wealth, which that's a political thing. Not only is it a political thing leaning towards the left, it's also something that Jesus told everyone. You know, blessed are the poor, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are the poor and the weak, for they shall inherit the earth. But it's political. It's absolutely political. It's something that needs to be dealt with in terms of him knowing that he is political. And by being political, he has to understand that people are going to see him as a political thing, and he should take a stand. It's just one of those wild things where you're just looking at him and you're like, what do you mean you're apolitical? You're not apolitical. You are political. You could be, honestly, I feel like if he were 35, I don't think he's 35 yet. But if he were 35, he could probably draw up enough votes to become president of the United States, but I don't think that would be a good idea, especially with the allegations against him, and the company as a whole, where people are saying that, oh, he just did this and he's not using union work, which if he's not using union work, that is a big thing, and that's actually public. That he's not using England, he's not using union work for Beast Games. And the reason he's not using union work is because it's cheaper and he doesn't have to use all the protections that union work gets. And if you don't have to do that, you save money. And there's allegations that the uh, Beast Games are rigged and winner is predetermined, which I think is actually very likely. I honestly think that a lot of these game shows are predetermined, and we just don't know about it. Like, you could tell in Hell's Kitchen season 2 that Christina was going to win when Keith got eliminated, and Keith called it out. Like, it's one of those things where you just look and you're like, ah, yeah, that seems like a thing that a lot of people do, and I feel like he knows how things work in these types of things. I just wish somebody would tell him that you are political. You need to be doing things that align with the values that your politics, by the way that you do, by the way that you act with the giving to the poor and giving away money. You need to do things that align with that in your other work. And you need to not do exploitation, which Peace Games is exploitation of people who need money. But it also seems like a lot of his other videos are exploitation of people who need money. I plan on going through and watching a few of them later today, to see just how bad it is.